Welcome. We have been waiting for you to tune in to hear tales of Prince Edward Island, a place of history and some mystery. You may be surprised by the true stories that have been unearthed and brought to life by our radio dramas. We invite you to settle into a comfortable chair and let the voices and sounds trigger your imagination as you hear the following dramatic story.
Peter Butler. The trains in the earliest 20th century brought many visitors from Prince County into the town of Summerside. For you see, Summerside was the commercial and service center for the area and offered opportunities for entertainment on a large scale. Ludlow Hall, built in the 1870s, was a wonderful venue for social events. Within its walls, there were theatrical performances, concerts, dances, and so much more. But artistic fulfillment was not the reason Peter Butler of Glengarry found himself at Ludlow Hall on a cold December night in 1908. No, it was for a very different reason that Mr. Butler found himself there.
Finally, an unlocked door. I was starting to think I was going to have to sleep outside. That's not a good thing on a cold December night in Summerside. Now, where's my whiskey bottle? Ha! It's right here in my pocket. Nothing better than a whiskey, a good cigar, and a warm place to sleep. Ludlow Hall beats the city jail any day. Not that the town's hospitality isn't good. What the dickens? Ah! My coat's on fire! Help! Someone help! Help me! Fire! Fire! Ah! My God! That man's clothing is on fire!
Quick! Throw him to the ground to smother the flames!
It's okay! It's okay! The fire's out now!
He needs medical attention. We'll have to get him over to the police station. They'll get the doctor.
Summerside did not have a hospital until 1912, so the Good Samaritans turned to the best resource known to them, the police station. Doctors, serving the community at the time, saw patients in their offices or made house calls.
Thanks for coming, Doctor. He's in a bit of a mess.
You really did it this time, Peter Butler. Your neck and arm are badly burned. All I can do is remove the charred skin and dress the wounds. There's nothing more to be done. Put him on the next train going west, officer. He needs the comfort of home, not the drinking cold of the streets of Summerside.
A western-bound train took Peter Butler home to Glengarry. There he endured pain of an intensity that words cannot describe. The local doctor did the best he could with the resources with which he had to work. But by late January, the wounds had failed to heal and infection was becoming an ever-increasing risk. The doctor had a difficult decision to make.
The wound is not healing, Peter. I see no alternative but to try and graft a piece of skin from your thigh onto the wound. Nurse, disinfect the kitchen table. We will operate there.
You may be surprised at the doctor's recommendation. The fact that he has no hospital to work in, and yet he is aware of the procedure of skin grafting. But don't be amazed, for skin grafting dates back to 3,000 years before the birth of Christ. It originated in India, when it was the practice of the day to punish people caught in criminal acts or adultery by cutting off their noses. To repair the damage, a bricklayer would mold from clay a replacement nose and cover it with grafted skin taken from an unwilling slave or the backside of the victim. In the 14th century, the Italians resorted to skin grafting to try and repair the damage done to nose tissue by syphilis. It wasn't until 1871 that Europeans realized skin grafting could increase the survival rate of burn victims. But even so, considering the conditions under which he had to work, the community doctor must have felt it was his only hope for saving the life of Peter Butler.
Here's the chloroform, Doctor.
No.
The skin from the thigh must be congested with blood before it is removed. Please pass me the wooden paddle, nurse. The area is bright red. Thus the blood supply should be sufficient. Pass me the scalpel. Please dress the wound, nurse, while I begin to sew the donated skin in place.
He is stirring, Doctor.
Yeah, we finished just in time. His body is weak from years of abusing the drink and the recent suffering from the burn and the infection. Hopefully he'll be strong enough to recover from the operation. Well, all we can do now is wait.
Wake up, Doctor. Something is wrong with our patient.
Drink. Need a drink.
His skin is clammy and pale.
He's going into shock.
What do we do?
Try to calm him and make him as comfortable as we can. He's gone. I extend my sympathy to you family members. I don't know of anything else we could have done.
Peter Butler was laid to rest on a Sunday following the Friday surgery. His final trip to town of Summerside had proved a fatal one. Take heed and learn from what happened to Peter. Be careful with the drink. The narrator was Stuart Smith. Peter Butler was played by Stephen Hurst. Man 1, Dan Casely. Man 2, Vernon Campbell. Policeman, Wayne Wright. Dr. 1, Brent Slater. Dr. 2, Albert Goody. Nurse, Karen Slater. Our musician today was Christine Anderson Gallant. Recording artist, Peter Gallant. Foley's, Krista Carruthers, Jamie Webster, Alexander Gallant, Sabrina Webster. Introduction by Lowell Hustis. Script by Marlene Campbell. Brought through the support of Canadian Heritage.